Hello everyone, welcome back to Stonehearth, me Banto. So we're back in the Bantonian Vale with the new Ace 9.5 massive update, and today I'm gonna show you guys a few new things that I've done since last time. So I moved a few trees here, got two small chestnut trees sitting over here, and the reason for that is that I decided to change a little bit with how we are gonna make the town look later on, which isn't final, but this is how it looks for now. So we put some trees there. I also added a few houses to be there, and then I also added some benches that actually maybe not gonna be possible for them to sit and eat here because the branches are really close. So we might switch out for some normal oak trees, we might do that. And another thing that I did is that I made a little center here where I put a lot of boxes for planting things. So here we'll be able to grow flowers, but I might actually switch these out because I learned a few things since the last time. So with the new Ace update, we have a few of these flower pots that we can put out where we grow things. So we have this one, it's a small one. We have three different ones. So the one we started out with is this one. And I read through them a little bit more, so down here you can see produces per harvest, which means how many they will likely be able to produce every time. And the bigger one you get, the more you will be able to get from each pot as well, which does make sense, but it actually gives more than you might think, at least what I thought when I checked it out the first time. So if we go down here, we do have this one. This one will give normally one herb, this one I thought it would give 2, but it actually gives 3. And then we have the big one, the large herbalist planter. I thought this one would give 4, but this one gives 6 herbs normally. It might be even be able to do more. So that is really cool, and after looking for them a little bit, I'm just gonna skip doing these. Unless I want them for like decorations, I'm just gonna skip them. And I'm gonna focus more on the herbalist planter, this one, and a lot of this one. Because they don't require so much clay, and clay is can be kind of hard to get sometimes. You have to do a lot of digging pretty much. Meanwhile, this one only need 1 clay and some wood. This one need 2 clay, and it's a lot easier to get wood and clay. So I'm gonna really try to focus on them. And if we keep making a few of these planters, I think we're actually gonna be able to level up enough to be able to make the large herbalist planter. It looks also like we got a daily update. Let's check it out. Ooh. That was close, guys. We just missed it by 4 in food. That was really close. And some new things with Ace update as well. So, like I said in previous one, we can have more animals here, but the shepherd can also craft things. So nowadays with Ace, it's the shepherd that crafts the food for the animals, which I feel like it makes sense. So we're gonna start with making a shepherd's bin and grinder. This tool can be used by the shepherd for various things like preparing different types of animal feed. And then we have the shepherd churn, a tool required by the shepherd to stir, mix and churn different products like butter or cream. And then we do have the cheese of that, where we can make delicious cheese. The longer it rests, the more valuable it gets, so the longer you have it in there, the more valuable it's gonna be. And you will also be able to make it like mayonnaise and butter, cream and curd mixture. So pretty much a shepherd can craft a lot of things. They also make the beds for animals. Pretty cool, right? So making one of these workbenches, one of that one, and I think we should make some cheese later, right? But that's level 4. But let's queue it up for now anyway. So the options for food for our chickens, either they will eat the grass that grows inside of where they live, or we can make animal fodder cheap and efficient for feeding animals, even if not exactly their favorite food. And later we can also do the pollo feed. Nicely milled food from pollos. Improves the quality of animal produce, cluck cluck. And this one, we need corn and we don't really have that. But I'm gonna have to maintain like 5 of those. And also 5 animal fodder. And the thing we can also do with the shepherd field here is that we can set this one to harvest grass if we want to. That way we'll get the grass so we can make food. And I might actually do that because the food that you craft is better for your animals. So making food is very important. You might be getting higher quality eggs and stuff like that. high quality meat from your chickens if you're gonna butcher any of them. Maybe you want to keep them all. And we can have 10 chickens here. I'm gonna have this set up to be at maintaining 8, which means we can get a little bit of chicken meat as well. Looks like we got some invaders. Hopefully we'll be able to handle them. So we have Banto the Lord and... yeah, hopefully Banto's gonna be good enough for this, some stonelings. There's also some new things with the new Ace release, by the way. So in the past, there was a mod called Unit Frame Plus. It's still available, but you don't need it anymore. So nowadays it's built into Ace. You can click and target. Then you can click, for example, this one, that will send all the parties to attack. Or the other sword, which means the red party, the green, the blue, to attack the target. It's really, really useful stuff. Really cool. Okay, so let's see my farmer. Cherry is level 3. I think we should be able to do some kind of different farming now. We don't only want to do carrots, right? So we want to do a little bit of silkweed. This plant's fiber can be spun to thread, and that's going to be very useful for our weaver. So we can make some good clothing, some good backpacks, and maybe even some armor for us. And at level 4 we will also unlock the corn and wheat. Wheat, we're definitely going to use that for making some bread. And corn we're also going to be able to use for the animal food for our pollos. Look at them, aren't they cute? And that little guy is stuck under there. I hope he's going to be able to get out later. Please don't be stuck in there. Please don't. Oh, level 4, awesome. Just when we spoke about it. So, let's go down to corn. Gonna grow that. And for anyone who has maybe never seen the Ace mod, farming is a little bit different. I did explain the reason, but different crops prefer a different season, how much sunlight to receive, how much water to receive, and you can see this little bounding box here, the blue one. That is, if water is within this box, it will gather water from the sources around it. So if we would, for example, dig from our lake over here, dragging water, they will grow faster unless you overflow them. And some crops like the paddy field, they want to have a lot of water. They even want to have a little bit of water above them. So that's pretty fun. You can make crops grow faster. We also have the fertilizing, which will also make it grow faster, and they can also create mega crops, which are pretty cool. Because you can actually sit on them. That's pretty awesome, right? Okay, we have a lot of different workbenches put out. For now, I do think I'm gonna be having my shepherd working over here right next to where our pollos is living. And I'm gonna drop the workbench over here. And I'm thinking maybe because I said in the previous episode that this might be like a temporary place. It could be a permanent place as well. And if it will become that, we might make a little house here. Right next to the shepherd field. And maybe make the roof a little bit different to feel like it's a little bit more outside, not really in the city center, so it will not look as, I guess, beautiful, but it will be, you know, beautiful in its own way, just a little bit different. And then we have a few more things. The splitting block, we don't need, we already have that. Weaver workbench though, that one we should get out somewhere. And perhaps we can have it in one of these houses, because we don't have much in these. So my weaver's gonna be working in this one for now. Later we're gonna get a real house, but for now we're gonna work indoor in this one. And then we need a spinning wheel. Have them there. And we should also have a loom. I think we have some loom around somewhere. Okay, it's actually not crafted yet. It's gonna be done hopefully pretty soon. So something we definitely want to do later, guys, is to get the cloth worker backpack. Allows workers to be a tad more efficient when hauling and restocking. And this one is really good, and there's a better one later as well, which is made by leather instead. And they are really good. It makes your people loot items so much faster. It is really good, but it requires level 3 to do that one. And later on I want to make some better clothing to keep our people warm. And when it's summer, you might want to keep your people less hot, so you want to have some good clothing. For example, we have summer worker hat that they can use during the summer, so they don't get a heat stroke when they're working. Light materials, good airflow. Or just a handy hat should be enough. This halfling is protected from hot weather. So that's pretty cool. And here we have another one, Summer Felt Crafter Hat. So this is for crafters. And a crafter headgear, and that's also for summer. And that one, I really like how it looks. Look at that beautiful feather there. Definitely gonna need some of them. Later we can do some winter outfits. There are a few different ones. Some hunter outfits as well. A lot of different clothing, pretty much. And definitely we're gonna be making some holiday shear caps, but we need to get some sheepskin as well, which means we'll need to level up our shepherd. And one of the good ways to do that is to butcher some of your animals. You might not want to do so, but it is one of the fastest way to level up your shepherd. So since we have more than 2 chickens now, since we do have more than 2 pollos now, grown up here, we have some small ones. We could maybe butcher 1 or 2, but we can also wait, I guess. And then we can take out maybe a few of them at the same time later on. And let's add in the missing fence pieces here. Okay, there we go. So I think we should maybe build this then. So hope you guys like it, but like I said, I'm not sure for the houses here if I'm gonna use for the same. I might actually do that because it might be pretty nice to have like one place where there's a lot of similar houses. It's pretty common in some cities to have certain areas where the houses look kind of the same. But I might move around a few things. So for example, we might move the doors from this side. So they will be having a shared road in the middle there. So that would be super easy for us to do. Just go in like that. Then we're also not going to forget about that little thing. And then we're going to do the same thing for this one. And then we want to make a place where we're gonna have the door, and we don't want it to be there. We can have it at the same spot. Because we do have the stair, we can also move the stair if we want to. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put the stair maybe in the corner. Let's see how that looks. It might be better a little bit to the left there. Actually, I might have it like that. It's gonna be a little bit different on that side, but I might maybe go like that. Let's see if we go exactly the same as the other side. Which would be like that, and then we'll remove this one. Let's go the same. That's gonna maybe be the best. Okay, there we go. And let's control check a little bit here. Yeah, they look good now. Very nice. And if we want to, we can also divide the rooms. It might make it look better, perhaps. We could do something like that, or over here, so that at least have like one block before they get up. And then we can make a wall that would be sort of like that. So it will take up a pretty big chunk of the room, but it also gave us like an inside wall which we can decorate, which I think is pretty good and useful. Pretty fun, right? Because then we can hang like some paintings on that one. Meanwhile, these walls are more restricted to windows. And you can put like, if you have a bookshelf or something like that, which we might be able to craft now since we do have a mod called Home Sweet Home. So we had a potion bookshelf, so we can have, for example, one of these sitting there because we added a wall. If we would have it here, we would have to think all the time about where's the window. Are we blocking the window? Yes, we are. Blocking, yeah, half of it is blocked. So I think that's a really good reason to have it. I sort of wish this one would go here instead. Like this area here would be kind of a pointless space kinda. But then we have to figure out, where do we want to have the door then? And if we do this, we might also redo what we just did, maybe. Or we'll make all of them different. But we can build one house first as well, right? So for the door here, I think deer would be better. Deer's very like thin, it doesn't feel secure to walk there, right? So maybe something like that, or maybe even in that corner. I think it's better here. Let's go there. You can sit better there. Then we can add a little flower pot there, for example. Do one of those. And we can plant anything of them with the new AS update, so we can use them as a decoration. We don't have to harvest them, we just have them for decoration, which I think is really, really cool. So a bed, I feel like this area over here, that's where the bed is gonna be. And we're gonna go for first a very, very basic bed, which we can, you know, upgrade later. And maybe there, get a little bit of sunlight there, that should be good, right? And later on we can do maybe a little decorations on the wall. We can hang like some banners if we want to do that. Let's give them a little fur rug as well. So they don't have to walk in when they go sleeping in the bed to step on some cold floor, right? I feel like that's pretty nice. You know, some more decoration would be fun to have, like more paintings to put on the walls. That would be cool. And I gotta say, this house is actually a fairly tall house, which to me feels like we should have like another floor here kinda. Which could be up here, we can have some storage for example. Then we'll drag over here. Like so, and then maybe we will actually have a little bit of use for this area actually. Let's see here, if we hide like that, then we'll go in and do a hatch here. Because then we can put a ladder in this little area. There's a window there though, but if we have it... Oh, maybe, yeah, that wall, perhaps. Yeah, that should be good. So there we go, a way that we can climb up there as well. And we aren't really blocking the window that much. So up here, you know, it could be anything. It could be a storage, we can have some crates for example. Or we can even have like a bedroom, maybe someone can sleep here. Maybe there's a spare bed for someone who wants to sleep here. So we can add in another guest bed perhaps. Hopefully no mice on top here, right? And we can also have a little crate there. Because when they don't have any guests, we might be, you know, storing a few things. And maybe we left a little bit of snacks in there for our guests. And we can have that one as a little nightstand next to the table, next to the bed. And why not give them a little flower? Here's gonna be going through the roof, so maybe we put it here at the very end. Or maybe, yeah, let's have it like that. This one we can move a little bit, I think. So something like that. So later I might change all these three out to be the same as that one, which we have updated with more things on the inside. And for the bottom floor, we can also create another room actually. And if we use the left side over here, we can hide the different levels of the house, which as you see make it a lot easier to see the inside, right? And I'm gonna make sort of an kind of hallway here. So I think something like that. I'm gonna drag this up like so. A little bit of coloring. And I might leave it just open there. Yeah, let's see. Oh, it's become very thin though. It's not worth it. It's gonna be too thin. But down here we can definitely have some tables so people can eat here. And one way I don't want to have too many tables inside normal houses, and the reason for that is that I might want to make a tavern and have people prefer going there together. And let's see here, we can do a little flower again. Or maybe one of these as well, they're so beautiful. I love how these look. Potion bookshelf. And they're a little bit random, they look a little bit different every time. You see the potions, a yellow one, and the right one has a green one. So there's a little bit of variation on them as well. But then we can do a little flower pot here. Why not? And another one there. I'm gonna have so many flowers in my town. But flowers are beautiful, aren't they? And what we can also have here would be a nice little rug. So there we go, that can be sitting there. And why not a little candle? Because we don't really have any light in here. And then we might have a little candle over here so we can see the stair when we're going up or going down so we don't fall and hit ourselves, right? So that is pretty good. I hope you guys like how that looks, but I think we should build this first then. So it looks like we need some stone, need 9 stone. A strong dude arrives with some beast pets. I don't think we can actually afford anything now. Ooh, we have the blacksmith hammer, guys. Let's get it. Let's get Banto upgraded with some new equipment. He's gonna like that, I think so. Are you gonna like that, Mr. Banto, our lord? Gonna like some better gear? I hope so. So let's see here. I might wait a little bit though. Because I had some blacksmith requests and I don't think any one of these is gonna be a blacksmith. Maybe Tyler can be one. Yeah, let's make Tyler my blacksmith. The cool thing with the blacksmith is that you can both improve soldiers, but you can also improve workers. So you can make like crafters better tools and give your workers better tools so they can harvest better, and crafters to craft faster. Tyler Bedin is a level 1 blacksmith. The blacksmith has started learning how to use the forge and heat the crucible. It will need some practice before they can work with iron and build an anvil. Okay, so we better get him started then. Let's get a furnace, a blacksmith crucible, a blacksmith anvil. And here we have some improved tools. So this one is for the cook. Cook a copper spoon and creates a lighter, cleaner spoon that will improve the cook's efficiency. And I'm gonna make 2 of them because I'm probably gonna have 2 cooks later. And then I'm also gonna be making 2 of the Herbalist, pewter and mortar. Gonna do 2 of them so they will craft faster. And here we have the worker tools. I'm gonna maintain 1. So why do I do that? It's because whenever someone equips it, they will queue another one. So we'll make sure that our workers are always supplied with enough tools. So this one will craft a set of iron tools for the workers, slightly increases the odds of mining better quality resources, and somewhat boosts their work speed when chopping, mining and building. So all of that is really good stuff. And later we'll also be able to make the vaults, right? And I have another mod called Tilly's Huge Chest, which gives a tall vault as well. You can have 2048 items. That's a lot of items. And some bigger ones as well. The Gilded Vault, the Silvered Vault, and the Normal Vault. So we better start with melting some stuff then. I'm gonna do 15 copper, 15 tin. That's kind of how I usually go. And when I get some crafters, I usually like to queue up a lot of things. Because that way I don't have to look into the crafter, you know, all the time. They can do things while we're doing other things. Okay, someone is visiting. An official looking fellow approaches. Kind greetings. At last I see your settlements in person. You developed even faster than I anticipated. You should all be proud. Thank you, thank you. I came out personally to help you on your last step towards being a true settlement of the ascendancy. You've grown large enough now that it's time to choose what Hearth shall represent your town. As in, tradition. Tradition? Indeed, Hearth has served as shining beacons for towns all the way back to the Fiend's Empire. The glow attracts settlers and prosperity, and the particular qualities of a chosen Hearth reflect where the town finds its value. For instance, a half of sheer is for those who believe that the town's value is found in being a happy home for the citizens. I kinda like that one. And it's, I would say, one of my favorite Hearth, I gotta say that. A half of makers, on the other hand, is for those who believe that the town's value is in its work and that its work is best measured in gold. Finally, a half of glory is for those who believe that the destiny is to stand strong in a hostile world as the Knight Sid did at the founding of the Ascendancy. Cheer, glory or makers, the choice is entirely yours. Envision what your town will one day be and follow the beacon into the future. Ooh, we beat it! 256 food, awesome. Now we're gonna work on some more houses then. So, we do have 3 options, guys. We have half a sheer, half of makers, and half of glory. So the reason I like the half a sheer is both that people will be really happy and we're trying to fulfill to keep them happy. And the cool thing is that this one gives an random daily buff to your town people every day. And I really like that thing. And then half of glory is also pretty cool, because this one allows summoning increasingly difficult enemies to prove your mettle. Each rank defeated will boost the daily update net worth. That one is also really cool. So I'm not sure which one I will go for. I will select the half a sheer. It is possible to change it later. But I will let you guys also have a say in that, so let me know which half you guys think we should be going for. A fearsome goblin approaches. Ooh, Rattly. The goblin approaches, revealing herself to be shorter than expected. Bones! Bones! She shouts playfully, almost a childish voice. Bones! She continues. She seems to be harmless. Bones? She's clearly happy about it. Hopping around in circles. Bones! Bones! Many bones! Suddenly a stern yet compassionate Hearthling voice rumbles nearby. Do you are Rattly? He wears the colors of the Northern Alliance, strong and grizzled. He rests his hand on the head of the little goblin. So there you are, going out to making friends, eh? He notices the people around. I apologize. The name is Forelv, a traveler and former scout of the library. With a gentle pat on the goblins, goes back to jumping around. Greetings, Rattly is like a daughter to me. He says with a bittersweet smile. I'm the reason she's alone in the world, and she is the reason I left the library. Each of us watches over the other now. He laughs, shoving the past and back where it belongs. I know you're busy, so we'll go find a place to camp for a few days. He waves his hand, calling Rattly closer. Oh, I almost forgot. He stretches the back of his head and smirks. I'll be busy setting up camp, and I won't have time to hunt very soon. Would you mind gifting the little Rattly a couple of bones? The little goblin reacts enthusiastically. Bones! Give bones! Thor stares back at Rattly. What have I told you? She looks down. Please? Thor smiles. We would appreciate it. She loves carving them. Of course, of course. Good, he exclaims, before turning around. We be nearby, stay warm. They start walking away. Farewell, farewell. That little Rattly goblin that's like one of the cutest characters in the game. So bones, we don't have any? Really? I was sure we had some bones. And here we have the half a sheer upgrades. We need to have 20 prepared food. Everyone has to be content, and 5 citizens at least merry. So we have to have happy little Hearthlings. But I'm a little bit surprised about that we don't have any bones. We need 5 of them for Rattly. The little goblin loves carving things out of bone. And a way to get the bones, like one of the best ways I would say, is to have a trapper. You get a lot of bones that way. And we don't have one now because we have a shepherd instead. But we did get Ayla von Des to join us. Oh, she's a meat lover. That would be a good trapper, right? Yeah, let's get another trapper for now. Maybe she will be our future hunter as well. Which is also a module you guys can download from the Steam Workshop. It's pretty interesting because instead of trapping at the trapping ground, they actually go out and hunt to set up a camp and They even have a doggo, right? Isn't that awesome? The hunter has a doggo that helps with hunting. That is just freaking awesome. Fish trapping, speed up. Okay, nice. So let's see here for the trapping grounds. We'll go for some small games again. And let's see, do we need another one? It might be good enough with one. I'm gonna do another one just to be sure. Can make it a little bit smaller. Something like that. Most likely will be definitely good enough. I think this duck has been here forever. Until we got a new trapper. Quack, quack, quack. Gotta love those little ducks. They're so beautiful. Okay, so we have this planned out. We need more stone. Okay, yeah. I think it said so. Pretty sure. 9 more stones. Okay. So we can do a little bit of mining here. We already have a little bit mined out. Every time when I go into this mining thing, I always think of a game called Dungeon Keeper. A really old game. It's still a really good one. I can still play it today and it's still just as fun as it was back then. But yeah, there we will get some stone, but we also need to get some copper. We need to get some tin. We do have copper here, some gold, some iron. We have pretty much, I think, everything we need here. Except for maybe tin. I don't see any tin yet. But we can maybe start with some copper. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna click to mine in a little bit here. And then what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna remove some of the digging that we want to do here. So I'm not gonna mine it all. We're just gonna make a tiny hole, like a 2x2 to go inside, right? That way we don't have to, you know, destroy the entire mountain just for doing a little bit of mining. That's gonna be a really tall ladder. I wouldn't want to climb on that one, would you guys? It would be really scary. So some copper first. I think that's gonna be good enough for our blacksmith. Now we do have the loom, so let's throw that one into this building. And that one I'm gonna have over there. And we might want to do a little bit of these inside of the house. For having some quick access to crafting materials. So maybe do that one. I think we can also put one on top of it later. Once it is placed, we can drop another one on top of it. And we can do one of these as well. Okay, that should be good. So then we might put some silkweed, some thatch, and maybe some thread as well. We already crafted quite a lot of threads, it seems. And I do think we need some more like normal storage put out as well. Pretty sure we do. And I did see that we had a few large crates, which I'm gonna be dropping over here for now. When I play this game, I often have, in the beginning, I have like a little area where I have all my like early on crafting. Like this little area, it's a little bit cluttered, but it's, you know, before getting everything into houses pretty much, so. And that's how it is in the beginning. So hopefully we're getting those bones pretty soon. Oh, we already had 2 merry citizens, awesome. So there are a lot of ways to get your people happier, so having a beautiful environment around them, getting good beds, had a lot of like decorated things, is ways to get them happy. Also, if they love their work, if they have a heart of a crafter, and they are crafting every day, they will be happy. And if they have a green thumb, they will be happy working on the farms, for example. And mistletoe might be happy because mistletoe have a green thumb, and hopefully that counts for, you know, flowers. Love the job. This is the perfect job for me. I love what I do. Day to day. Got a cooked meal. Had a bland tasting drink. My drink was somewhat simple, but then we also have a very cramped environment. We have gloomy clouds and tired. But loves the job, as you can see. That's a very positive thing. And down here I can see how happy they are at the moment. So kinda in the middle. It can be kinda hard to get them happy sometimes. But you can also make some good drinks later. Even alcoholic beverage. But it might make them a little bit slow in the morning as well, just like real life. I think we're gonna queue up to do this building. So I can do both of them at the same time. And let's see here, we don't have that many people now, so everything's gonna go a little bit slow. So I'm gonna pause building entirely. Remove hauling from Jaxia, so she's gonna focus a little bit on mining instead. And hopefully Tyler might also be doing a little bit of mining. I'm gonna cancel job and hauling for him, which makes him go into the mines and get whatever he needs to gather. Some ore, some stone, whatever he needs to get. But yeah guys, this is gonna be it for today with Stonehearth. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. And like always, if you have name suggestions, you have some building suggestions, or any kind of suggestions for our town, do let me know in the comments. And I will see you guys in the next videos. Thanks for watching, and hope you had a good time, and see you soon again everyone.